All right, here is a show and tell of my PC Isobox that I've rigged up here. Now, this Isobox has two functions. One is to remove heat from my office, because while I have AC, I don't have AC in this room. And two, to make the sound of the PC not quite as loud, because I work in sound and don't want to listen to the PC. So what I've rigged up here is in a Coleman cooler. One end has a Noctua fan pulling air in, and then on the other side it has a vent hose, and this hose leads out into the wall and then out into the hallway here on the third floor of my townhouse. And on the wall on the other side of this hose is another Noctua fan, which is pulling air through the hose. And both of those are controlled by this fan controller that below 68 degrees it turns on, and above 68 degrees it turns off. So that way, via this sensor, this little metal sensor here, whenever the PC is on, it's pretty much going to be above ambient, which is around 68, and turn on. And then once the PC is off, it will turn, once the PC is off, the temperature will cool down. And then once it gets back down to ambient, it will turn off. So this box isn't just running all of the time. And so I've also set up a little bit of heat reflective film that was left over from a garage install, where I put some of this in my garage. You can see here there's a big hole that's being used for the controller, was actually where the exhaust initially was, and I had the exhaust going all the way up there, so that I had a hose leading all the way up there. That was version 1. This is actually around version 3, and so far it's working pretty well. I also have it on these little sound deadening pucks for any vibration that might transfer from the PC down to the floor, but that's not been too much of an issue. The PC itself I have in kind of a tent formation here, so that way these are the exhaust vents and these are the intake vents, and so that way they have ample space to intake air, which is getting fed straight from that fan, as well as exhaust it kind of bouncing off the top here and then hopefully out the side. So yeah, that is my work from home Isobox while working in sound. Boop.